Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. And I'm in the barn because I have two goats. Let me show you real quick. I have two goats in here. I got Ginger Snap, and then y'all can probably barely see Cinnamon right here. Cinnamon's over here just to keep Ginger Snap company. But if you look way over here in that cage, I have a little baby. Okay, so let me tell y'all a quick story. I'll try to make this quick. Ginger Snap, today is Tuesday. Ginger Snap had her baby Saturday, and she had one baby. She didn't have twins. And as far as we could tell, she kind of rejected the baby fairly quick. We think the baby got colostrum because the baby it doesn't seem to have any problems that colostrum the lack of colostrum would cause. So we think it probably did get some colostrum, but at some point, very quickly after, Ginger Snap rejected the baby. My mom and Tanya, I was actually gone at the time. My mom and Tanya tried to get the baby to latch on to Ginger Snap. They tried to hold Ginger Snap up against the fence, and that just didn't work. Ginger Snap's way stronger than they think. Ended up flipping Tanya over. Tanya's bruised. Horned my mom, so my mom's arm is bruised. And Ginger Snap's one of our nicest goats, probably our second nicest, behind Cinnamon here. But we just couldn't figure out why she rejected her. We have no idea. Tanya thinks it could possibly just be because the dogs licked the baby clean, which kind of takes the scent off the baby, and so the mom didn't recognize the baby at that point. So I took the baby over here in the barn for that Saturday evening. I was able to feed the baby a couple of times through the bottle, just with replacement milk and colostrum, but she wasn't doing a very good job with it. I really didn't think she was going to make it. She was struggling. She didn't want to take that bottle at all. We were feeding her with a Starlight Coke bottle that Braxton had picked up, actually we have an Instagram post about that. Don't you knock my camera over. No, you go on. Sorry. So we've already named this baby Starlight because she ate from a Starlight bottle. She has a little marking on her forehead that looks like a star, so we named her Starlight. She didn't want to take the bottle at all, though. It was hard to get her to drink any of it, really. So the following morning, Sunday, I fed her again, fed her every 2 to 3 hours, and she just wouldn't take the nipple very well at all. She wouldn't take the bottle. She got some milk, but you could tell she was getting weaker, and I was panicking. I didn't know if she would not panicking, but I didn't know if she would make it through the night on Sunday. I fed her twice Sunday night while we were all sleeping. So Monday morning, I got up and I said, well, Josh over at Bodart Kiko's did this with one of his babies. I'm going to take Ginger Snap. I'm going to bring her back over here to this pen with the baby, and I'm going to put her up against the fence, tie her up, and see if I can get that baby to latch on. So I tied Ginger Snap's horns and head up to the fence where she couldn't come down with her head, and then I tied her feet up, her back feet, and just let her stand there and held her back feet down on the ground. Because the problem was the baby would try to latch originally the first day, and she would just kick the baby. So that baby instantly came out and just knew exactly what to do, started nursing right away, started eating right away. So Monday I fed her 5 different times like that, and every time she would get headbutted by Ginger Snap, and Ginger Snap would keep pushing her away, didn't want her, just kept rejecting her. So I had to continue to hold her like that just to get her to eat. Today's Tuesday. I've already fed her once, and I didn't have to hold her feet. I let her feet stay. I didn't have to tie her feet up at all. She just stood there with her head tied up against the fence. And really, I just tie her horns. I don't tie her head. I just wrap the rope around her horns and make sure she can't do anything with her head. If you can control that head a little bit, it's a little easier on everybody. So she didn't really horn the baby this morning, but she did push it away, try to keep it away from her. But I didn't have to tie her feet up, so that was good. And the baby sat there and ate for a good 5 minutes at least. So we're going to go for our second try right here, see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and let the baby out of the cage and just let y'all watch and see what Ginger Snap does with the baby. The baby kind of follows both of these goats around, tries to eat from both of them, but neither one of them want to let her right now. I mean, Cinnamon doesn't have her babies yet, so she's not ready for that. But all right, Let's see what happens. Come on, Starlight. Oh, it's gonna get you. That rooster is not your mama. I'm not your mama either. Go find your mama and see what happens. So this is the new baby. Oh, here's the little star on her forehead. Did y'all see that? Oh, come here. Sort of. It's actually gotten wider already. So Ginger Snap just leaves and walks away. As the baby will get closer to her, Ginger Snap will keep her away from her. Is that chicken in your cage? See, that's what I mean. She's not horning her. She's just headbutting her right now to keep her off of her for some reason. Well, there she tried to horn her. It's okay. I know what that. Yeah, she knows what I'm gonna do. She knows what I want to do. Let's back up. Back. Let's do one more. So y'all can see I can keep the head controlled a little bit, and it's a little easier on the baby. So it doesn't look like she's wanting to let her eat right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold her feet down so the baby can eat. And that way Ginger Snap won't move. A little closer, let's get one more wrap. Okay, girl. You gotta be a mama. I gotta reattach this girl to you. You gotta let her, you gotta accept her. We can't do this every day. So I will probably have to do this, I'm guessing 5 or 6 days in a row, and just keep doing it over and over. And then once the baby digests Ginger Snap's milk through her system, the baby should start smelling like Ginger Snap, and Ginger Snap should have an easier time accepting the baby as hers, which it is hers, she just doesn't know that. But I'm gonna do this as often as I can. The good thing about this is doing, like in the wild, just out there in the pasture right now, the babies are gonna go eat off their mama for like a minute at a time, at the most, maybe 2 minutes at the most. And then they come back 10 minutes later and get another 20 seconds worth of milk. So they're constantly getting milk throughout the day, This baby's gonna get about 4 to 5 minutes worth of milk every 2 hours probably. That's how I plan on doing it. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. I probably need to do a little bit more research, but that seemed to work out pretty well yesterday. It didn't seem to bother her milk production at all, because I'm testing the milk production as well, and she's got plenty. Her bag seems to stay full, and you can obviously see that she's actually letting her do this right now. But if I was to let go of her feet, she would know that she can move around, and she would try to keep the baby off of her right now. But this has got to be relieving a little bit of pressure off of her bag, so she's probably okay with some of this. And then eventually she'll accept it completely, I think. Now I'm going to let her take a little bit from the other side real quick too. It's okay, girl. It's okay, Mama. Okay, y'all can see there that the baby goat was kind of done, kind of finished eating. She's happy right now. Her tail's wagging like crazy. But when Ginger Snap walked off, she didn't do anything really to the baby, but the baby tried to follow her like most babies would do, and she kind of, headbutted her and pushed her away again. So this is day 2. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do this 5 or 6 days to get this to work, and hopefully it does work. There's a chance it won't. She just won't accept it at all. But she is starting to smell the baby. So I think she's starting to smell a little bit of herself, but she's probably still smelling some of that, the supplement milk that I was feeding her as well. So it's probably just confusing her. So once her milk completely goes through the system, I'm hoping that'll help. I do keep the baby goat in the cage for most of the day because it's gonna set and sleep anyway. And I just don't want it out here where they're gonna horn it, because Cinnamon doesn't want it around. Nope, Cinnamon doesn't want any of the babies around her. Ginger Snap doesn't accept the baby yet, so just kind of keep the baby safe for now. Okay, so I do have like 20 seconds of video, I think, of right when we found the baby on Saturday. I am gonna throw that in right here real quick. It's kind of funny what the goat does, what the baby goat does. The mama moves and the baby goat just like collapses. It's kind of funny to watch, so I'm gonna throw that in right here and let you watch it. Well, Ginger Snap had one little girl. I think she's done. So while I'm out here, I do let the baby run around and play for a little bit, stretch its leg, and I'm usually out here for about 30 minutes at a time, 20 to 30 minutes. So she gets some exercise, she gets to jump around. But I'm hoping here in about 4, 5, 6 days I get to put all of them back out in the field and Ginger Snap accepts this baby as hers. I think she's going to make it as long as I can continue to do this. That first couple of days I was really worried about her. She's like a horse, bucking horse, bucking goat. You're supposed to be outside. I let you out today to roam around, free range, and you're still in the barn. Are you laying an egg. Okay, y'all, that's going to wrap this video up. I'll give you an update of Starlight every so often, probably every other day or something like that, or at least video it every other day. You may not see it every other day, but hopefully this works out. I'll keep you guys updated. We'll also kind of keep this updated on Facebook and Instagram too. So if you're not already following us over there, make sure you go check us out. On both of those social medias, we're actually the Fowler Family Farm. So put a "the" in front of there, and that's our channel name over there. We'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, do the good.